These 3 tools changed the way I work, learn, and think. And the wildest part, you're probably never even heard of them. Hi there, my name is Vic, and I want to tell you today about 3 tools that I use on a daily basis. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to include a free SOP and a cheat sheet that you can follow to use these. Let's make a deal. If at least one of these tools doesn't blow your mind, you're free to skip this video. Never watch me again. But if you end up using at least one of these 3 tools, I want you to promise me you're going to subscribe. Okay, let's get started. So do you remember those moments when you're on a Zoom call or a Google Meets or Microsoft Teams or whatever, and you're like really into the conversation? You finish the call and blink. You no longer remember what happened. You no longer remember what the call was about. Don't worry, I got a perfect tool for you. Introducing Fathom.video. Fathom is basically an AI transcription voice agent that joins your videos, your video calls, and is able to take notes, summarize points, and even compile a full-on CTA list. You wonder how? Just go out there and test it. It's amazing that it's actually free. With Fathom, what you can do as well is you can set up a bunch of automation, such as an automation with Zapier to instantly draft emails as soon as a conversation ends. You can email all of the participants within the conversation with bullet points and what's important for them. You can even ask Fathom, which is an AI built within Fathom.video, hey, can you summarize points XYZ? Can you give me the talking percentage per person, etc., etc. Incredibly powerful, and I absolutely love it. I want to give you 3 pros that go along with Fathom Video. You don't need to ever take manual notes again, and that to me is so helpful. I do a lot of video calls every day, 3 to 10 per day, and this saves my time, my life, and my brain power. It's great at summarizing highlights and organizes even per speaker, and it can integrate with tools such as Slack, your CRM software, and even the next tool that I'm about to talk about. So introducing the second free tool that I 100% back and stand behind, Notion. And not only Notion, but Notion AI. I used to have 6 different apps for, like, let's say my YouTube video process. I used to have things like Docs, Trello, Evernote Research, reminders on my phone, and whatnot. And then I found Notion. I couldn't believe what I found. And when they added Notion AI, I just felt like I got a personal assistant for free. It's not just an app, it actually became my thinking partner. So what I want you to think about is, how can you use Notion? Notion is basically a project management software which helps you organize everything from A to Z. Now, it's easy to use, it's easy to sign up, and I want to give you some pros of Notion. It's an all-in-one workspace for notes, databases, and tasks. You load it up, you get everything. Notion AI can actually summarize and brainstorm and even translate a thing for you. And then there's an incredible community templates for you to use and for you to set up from the get-go. So just to recap, so far we mentioned Fathom Video and we mentioned Notion. Now the third tool that I'm gonna mention is actually one that is specific to Mac users. And I apologize to all the Windows users out there, but I just cannot stop loving this app, okay? The app is called Raycast. I used to have like 20 different tabs a day. I started thinking about, oh my God, this is overwhelming. I'm doing way too many things. And then I started using Raycast, and believe it or not, I've never used a mouse since. Raycast is basically a command palette which allows you to do anything with typing out a command. It can run AI prompts, it can trigger shortcuts, it can open Spotify, it can literally do anything. When we're talking about the pros, it saves you hours by eliminating clicks or needless scrolling or whatever. You can customize scripts and plugins, which is super, super powerful. And third, last but not least, it integrates ChatGPT in your command line. All these tools are super, super impactful and important. And not only do they help me with my everyday job and everyday life, they also make me so much more productive. You can combine all of these with different AI tools, but they're just free platforms out there for you to use. They make me feel smarter. They make me feel calmer. They make me feel more in control. And here's the kicker. As I said, they're all free. So if you're not using at least one of these tools in 2025, you're working harder than you have to. And that's the biggest mistake. I'm really curious which one you're going to try first. As I said, I'm actually going to drop you guys a cheat sheet in the description box below so that you can use and you can customize to whatever you want. And I really want to make it clear. There are other tools that I use out there. I mentioned Trello. Trello is actually really, really good. I used to work with Asana. I used to work with Monday, etc. But these 3 tools I had to mention. Now, I do want to give some honorable mentions that I wanted to mention in this video, but I didn't. For example, I didn't mention Canva. The only reason I didn't mention it is because Canva is used by everyone. I don't think there's a single person out there that doesn't know about Canva, right? And then if you're using Canva on a day-to-day basis, you know that you can even monetize it. In one of my videos, I kind of explained how you can create things within Canva and sell them on the marketplace. Now, beside Canva, I also want to give a really big shout out to 2 more tools that I use. CapCut used to be super good when it was free. Right now, I think a lot of it is locked behind a paid model, but I used to use CapCut for all of my editing, video editing, shorts editing, TikToks, whatever it was. CapCut, I was in love with it. I am a little bit disappointed that, they introduced the paying model. And the last thing is actually something very similar to Loom videos. I used to film a lot of Loom videos. By the way, Loom is also free if you're interested. I think you're just gated by how many Looms you can do, but check out Descript. Descript also transcribes the whole conversation in a chat window and you can use that to later on create SOPs or to create instructional information for whoever wants to follow your videos, or basically you can use it to alter things, you can delete things based on the transcription. So yeah, you got a little bit extra than what we started with, but I hope you liked this video. If you did, go down in the description, download that free resource for yourself so that you can level up and scale up and make sure that you're absolutely on top of your game. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Peace.